Getting their just reward, and they move off the bottom of the ladder into 5th place with 3 points. Argentina just a point ahead of them, but of course all the other teams to play today. And we'll take a look at the fixtures coming up now for the rest of the day, because we've got some fantastic games as well to be played today. Next up will be India versus Belgium. Belgium now bottom of the ladder, so they'll really want a win. India want to try and get another win to get themselves into the final. And then it will be the Netherlands versus Australia. First versus second at the moment, and that could be a crucial game to decide who plays in the final. Well, what a brilliant match we've just had here. I'm sure the others will live up to it. The final score here, Argentina 1, Pakistan 4.
The FIH would like to thank Hero Motorcore Limited, the world's largest manufacturer of two-wheelers, for being a global partner of the FIH. And FIH would also like to acknowledge the continued support of Polytan, one of the world's leading and fastest growing synthetic sports facility construction companies. Thank you for your support. FIH would like to thank Adidas as an FIH global partner. Now you can get social and involved in this Rabobank Men's Hockey Champions Trophy from Breda 2018 by following us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat and YouTube. For photos, videos and features, like us on Facebook at FI Hockey, or follow us on Twitter at FIH_hockey for match comments and highlights. Instagram and Snapchat at FI Hockey for behind the scenes, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at FI Hockey to watch highlights and replays of all of the action. So get social, share the content, tag yourself and use the Hockey Champions Trophy hashtag, which is hashtag HCT2018. And thank you for following hockey. Now just a reminder that in these warm conditions it is important that you drink plenty of water. Free drinking water is available in the tented village. If you take along your own water bottle, you can refill it at 2 points, one near the Adidas stand and the other by the first aid point in the tented village. You look after yourselves. India and Belgium now just about 10 minutes away. I'll be bringing you the team news, but first a shout out for the young ball patrol who will be keeping the action flowing here. And for this next game, the ball patrol team will be as follows: Timo, Gushya, Elizabeth, Samantha, Seppi, Marcia, Boris and Nadim. So good luck to the youngsters. The ball patrol for today. Now let's have a look at the two teams. India taking on Belgium. The Indian lineup as follows: number 1, Harmanpreet Singh. Number 2, Dilpreet Singh. Number 4, Jarmanpreet Singh. At 6, Surrender Kumar. Number 7, Manpreet Singh. 8, Sada Singh. Number 10 is Simranjeet Singh. Number 11, Mandeep Singh. Number 14, Lalit Upadhyaya. Number 16, the goalkeeper, is Srijesh. Number 19, also goalkeeper, Krishan Patak. Number 22, Varan Kumar. Number 24 is SV Sunil. Number 26, Barendra Lakra. Number 29, Chinglan Sana. Number 30, Amit Rahidas. Number 31, Ramandeep Singh. And number 32, Vivek Prasad. The coach of India, Harendra Singh. And the Belgian team today: number 2, Loic van Doorn. Number 4, Arthur van Doorn. Number 7, John Doman. Number 8, Laurel van Obel. Number 9, Sebastian Dokier. Number 10, Cedric Charlier. Number 11, Amaury Kirsters. Number 12, Gautier Bokar. 16, Alexander Hendricks. Number 17, Captain Thomas Breel. 19, Felix Denea. Number 21, in goal, Vincent Van Asch. Number 22, Simon Gunnar. 23, Arthur de Slova. 24, Antoine Kina. 25 is Loic Leipart. 26, Victor Venier. And 27, Tom Bone. The coach of Belgium, Shane McLeod. And our 2 match umpires for this one. From the Netherlands, Koen van Bunge is joined today. From Argentina, German Montes de Oca.
Hello everyone, welcome to our second game of the day here at the Rabobank Hockey Champions Trophy. India against Belgium, two great nations head-to-head here in the Netherlands, and who never fail to entertain whenever they come up against each other. No more so than at the start of the year, at the Four Nations, when they played out a cracker of a final, goals galore, and we've had plenty of goals already today when Argentina met Pakistan just earlier. An upset for the books, Pakistan finally off the mark with a victory to come. The Netherlands will be in action. And this is how it all stands when they face Australia later. But for Pakistan, getting off the bottom of the table, a positive for them. But for Belgium, now down at the foot of the table, and they really need to pull something out of the hat here. Otherwise, you feel as though the top two, they were not going to be able to make it. India suffered their first defeat of this competition yesterday at the hands of Australia, who really did flex their muscle. Really the first time here this week. Belgium now the only team to have not won here at the Champions Trophy. 2 points from 2 draws, and no way have we seen the best of them at this competition. Do you feel anything less than a win for Belgium? The top two will be just too far to reach. As always, the two teams lining up, and everybody will rise for the national anthems.
The first anthem will be the anthem of India. Please remain standing for the anthem of Belgium.
A real case of needs must now for Belgium.
So we're in the last 2 minutes now before the
They are moments away from getting underway here against India. As the sun continues to shine down, and again another great crowd here at the Breda Hockey and Bandy Club.
From the noisy neighbours in Belgium.
Give us the opportunity to take you through the teams. Harmanpreet Singh, a danger at penalty corners. He and Mandeep saying 2 goals between them so far. Others to take notice of. It's the youthfulness of Dilpreet, and of course Sada Singh keeping things ticking in the middle. After Argentina's loss just a few moments ago, what a chance to take advantage for India. For Belgium, they have been really disappointing. The threat from penalty corner situations with Tom Bone and Loic Lopart has yet to score directly from those situations, and they could do with scoring goals and not conceding as well. Some Vanash has conceded 10 goals already in this competition. It's a huge game for those in red today, and for India also. India more likely at the moment. They have played some really good stuff here. They scored 4 against Pakistan in the first game, a wonderful win over the Olympic champions as well, Argentina, in a rather attritional affair, but a win is a win. Koen van Bunga on one side, our officials today, and from this near side, Hernan Montes de Oca from Argentina. Bruce Bale in the box, if needed. Sada waits, and so do we, to get underway here. Delighted to say Bobby Crutchley, the former GB and England coach and player, is alongside me. Bobby, what are you expecting from this one? A huge game for both.
Yeah, really important for both teams. Belgium to really get their tournament started, and for India to keep the pressure up and hopefully make that final. Be interested to see how India cope today. They played yesterday in a tough game against Australia, while Belgium had a rest day.
Doman plays it in straight away for Charlier. Fired across, Srijesh with the early save. Bigger difference would that make, the fact that one played yesterday and the day off?
Yeah, well, it can make a big difference, particularly as it's really hot here in Breda at the moment. I know Indians are used to the heat, but it still would have taken it out of them having to chase around against Australia yesterday. They're also a man down in the squad with Ramandeep out the tournament. Although they didn't do themselves any favours by playing for a short period with an extra player, which meant they had their captain sent off for an extra 5 minutes yesterday.
Yeah, they started with plenty of energy against Australia. Just in the end, Australia too good. In that first half especially, India really did stand toe-to-toe with Australia. It's as good as we've seen from the Kookaburras so far. Belgium have started brightly here as it's played forward by Simon Gunard. In the way was Harmanpreet. Gets the decision to go his way.
Yeah, in that third quarter yesterday, Australia really took control, and India struggled really to have any possession and turned over the ball far too cheaply too often in midfield. They'll be hoping to improve on that today.
It was fairly nail-biting stuff towards the end with the late penalty corner from Harmanpreet. Yeah, Belgium have been a shadow of themselves, though.
Yeah, they know. I spoke to their coaching staff today, and they're really frustrated. You know, they're showing the odd signs of some of their ability going forward, but certainly not for long enough periods.
So that they could be coming here, do some damage after success of the Rio Olympics and European Championships, getting to the final. It just a bit difficult getting over the line and winning gold rather than silver, as it's been fired into a dangerous area. Harmanpreet was in the way, and the first penalty corner has been awarded.
Yeah, Gunnar did well with his carry across the pitch, but it was far too easy for him. And there you see him ended up picking the ball up again and playing the ball into the feet. I think it was of Harmanpreet.
So the first penalty corner of the game. Been rather unsuccessful from penalty corners so far in the tournament. But they do have real threats. Expecting Leipert to try and do some damage here. Radar hasn't really been on for Leipert so far here in Breda. A little shuffle to the right from Van Doorn. It's hit well, straight at Srijesh, and then there's Doman looking to follow up. Srijesh in the way once again. Although this is going to be referred to Bruce Bale.
No, he's just sorting his kit out.
Oh.
He stopped the game for that, not correct.
Start with the long corner. Put it in the way again. Give it away. The chance to profit here. Sunil. Some real injection of pace from Lalit as well. And he takes over with the restart. Quickly getting on with it. Sada to use the right flank. India didn't get a touch. This is the penalty corner situation just a few moments ago. Srijesh with one save and then another. He was in good spirits in the hotel beforehand. Jovial self. He's been through so much, hasn't he, with that ACL injury coming back the start of the year.
Yeah, it was a good save by Srijesh, but Laipart will be disappointed. It was relatively straight down the middle, easy height as well.
Talking about his ACL injury and how just mentally tough it is for a player and the rehab that he had to go through.
Yeah, they're tough injuries. You need to work hard for a long period to come back for them, to make sure you're as good as you were when you did it. If you don't work hard on the rehab, they never really repair as well.
Thank you. Shane McLeod. There's a bit of a look in on the previous game as well. Narendra called for patience yesterday against Australia. He felt that the goal was going to come in that second half, but in the end, it was Australia who grew and grew. Here's Antoine Keener. He offers the support once again as Van Obel was looking to turn. Decision has gone against Florian Van Obel. Described the team's performances last year as a machine. Mentally, where will they be? The fact that they've got to 2 major finals, just not been able to get over that final hurdle.
Yeah, they'll be struggling a bit. I think their expectations coming into the tournament, as we said at the start, is they had probably had the most consistent team, the least changes coming in here. As you say, how successful they've been. They were many people's favourites, but to now be in a position where they are highly unlikely to make the final and just trying to make that third, fourth game will be very frustrating, considering they probably had the goal of winning the tournament at the start.
Harmanpreet lofts it long. Belgium back with the possession. Calm in possession. And to Sluva down the line. Tom Bonen able to take it in his stride. A player who's played in the Hockey India League. A lot of these players well. Just at international level, but club level also. Coming into this one then, 9 points India will move on to with a victory. And to the top momentarily. Pakistan's victory just before Belgium now bottom of the pile. And not many expected that coming into this tournament. I think many expected a 4-1 victory for Pakistan against the Olympic champions.
No, but they were much improved today. They've certainly played a lot better attack with their attacking side than they have done in this tournament so far, and some of the players really stepped up their performance, which was good to see.
India making the changes. One of those being Manpreet Singh, who took that real nasty blow on the foot earlier in the competition. And shrug away the close attentions of Antoine Keener. That intensity to restart. Keep the tempo up here for India. Manpreet again, central. Positive build-up play. This is Varun Kumar, fires it into the edge of the circle. Manpreet looking to pick it up again. Manpreet does. There's some very close attention by 3 Belgian defenders. Manpreet drills it. It's lofted, deflected in there. Start with a long corner. This is a bit better from India. Manpreet again looking to turn, but slipping on this very greasy surface. It's been well watered beforehand. In quite a few dry patches, in particular the penalty corner areas. There's a firm breeze blowing, but it is still a very hot day as India in behind, looking for the first goal, and very nearly got it off the post. Fired back in once from Sunil, but the opportunity previous to that, how unlucky. Andrew Lacroix, direct, but Belgium able to snuff it out. And they're getting 3 forward here. Tom Bone, can he pick anybody out? He can't find Cedric Charlier. And India have it back again through Chindan Sana on this left side, looking to get the overlapping run going.
A really good opportunity for Belgium on the counter. Tom Bone will be disappointed. He probably tried something a bit complicated they didn't need to do. Just needs to keep passing the ball. Forehand to forehand.
Try again from out wide. Towards Mandeep Singh. There's a look across to Kevin van Bunga. Disbelief. It's gone against him. This is the opportunity again. He's cut out well in the centre of the park. Mandeep did everything right, got the better of Vanash. He might have just got a touch on that, the goalkeeper. If he did, it's a very good save.
Yeah, just enough there. Just back off the post.
Mandeep, he's got 2 goals to his name so far in this competition. The break could be on for India. He's the furthest man forward as well, Mandeep Singh. This left side is now going centrally. Trying to drag Loic Leipert out of position. Penalty corner time for India. Their first of the game.
Yeah, Dene was never going to get there first. There was no reason to really bundle into Manpreet. Penalty corner when India weren't really in any danger of, you know, getting themselves into the circle easily.
Silly one from Felix Dene. His dad once said that his interest in hockey, age 6, came about with a brush playing in the hallway at home. He must have had a very clean hallway as well.
I might get my kids doing that.
Penalty corner for India. They are a threat, certainly from Harmanpreet. And it's going to be a penalty stroke, is it?
Yeah, Kevin van Bunga's given a penalty stroke, but he's used his own referral, which he can do now, to check if it was going on target.
Can you please have a look if the ball was outside after the ball deflected off the stick of the defender of Belgium, so into the goal or outside the goal?
Okay, looking to see if it's on or off target.
Thank you.
Good to you, Bruce Bale.
It's outside the goal.
Wait.
It's dangerous.
Here it is.
Again, very difficult to tell that one. So he's gone off the stick and then onto the body, I feel. So he's played it up into his own body, so I think it initially was going on target, and then the decision will be whether then after the deflection it was continuing to go on target or then going wide. If it's then going wide, it'll be a penalty corner. It should be a penalty corner, because the initial shot was going on target.
I thought the Sluva on the post. Get every single angle for this. I think that's the clearest.
Well, that's the clearest to show where it's come off the stick
Hit,
and then
yeah,
onto the body, but it won't show whether it was going into the goal or not. That'll be...
Possibly the one that we've just seen.
Koen, can you hear me?
Yes, Bruce.
I have a decision for you.
Okay.
It's a penalty corner. The ball was going off target after the first contact.
So originally it was a penalty stroke awarded, but a penalty corner it will be.
Deflected off his own stick on his body. When
Oh, it's going wide as to the.
Yeah, I think that's the right decision.
Yeah.
It's difficult, but he certainly spotted the fact that it was going on target initially. And then, once he played the ball, it then would... It looked as though it was going then slightly wide, so good decision.
It was officials review. It doesn't mean that either team have lost their referrals. Harmanpreet again! And Vanash isn't keeping that out. It's another devastating blow from Harmanpreet from a penalty corner. And that's his third of the competition. Second time lucky. Straight through. Vincent Vanash. When he's in this sort of mood, there is simply no stopping those.
Yeah, Harmanpreet drags the ball to the middle and creates an angle, then pull it back to the goalkeeper's right. You got a lot of pace on it, and that height, which is just around the top of the backboard, really difficult for the goalkeepers to save there. And whilst Van Asch got a stick on it, he was going too quickly and managed to beat him.
They scored their only goal in the shootout in 2016, the final. We have never won the Champions Trophy, incredibly, India. Lost to Australia in that final in London.
In the middle line.
Preet was a scoring machine at youth level. Taking that into the senior level as well. Inside the final 5 minutes of this first quarter. Really anticipated, interesting affair between these two. That's the free hit. Awarded. Belgium were appealing for more. Preet just leaves it just to calm things down. Belgium going behind again. They've never finished fed better than 5th. The Champions Trophy in their very first appearance not so long ago, only in 2012. Of course, expectation rises after those Rio and European finals. Vivek Prasad. Wide it goes for Preet here, looking to try and create an angle. And a delivery in towards the circle. Carries on quickly here. There's no let-up in terms of tempo from either team at the moment.
Just wait for it, wait.
No, 2 balls on the pitch, that's why it's slowed down for just for a second.
Finally, we can get back underway. We're nearly linking up with Preet. New to the international scene, Preet. Wide it comes for Surrender Kumar. Wriggle away from Thomas Briels. Was that dangerous? It was fighting, and Briels seems to have hurt his face. Might have just been something, maybe the follow-through. Might have just caught him. A bit of concern here for the captain.
Yeah, Surrender Kumar's turned. He's gone to deliver the ball into the circle, and Briels has got himself closing down on the backhand. It's a horrible position to be in because the follow-throughs gets you. Unfortunately, I think he's got him in the face.
So there is a nasty cut there. It's on the nose or the cheek. Here it is.
He's got on his backhand, you see, and you see the follow-through there.
Ooh. Real groans around the stadium after that has been played on the big screen. That'll be a sore one.
Really brave of Briels to go in there. Ideally, you want to be closing down forehand, obviously, so you can keep your body out the line and put your stick, but you keep your stick in the line of the delivery.
And for 300 appearances now, a milestone ticked over at the start of this competition.
Yeah, they're wanting to get him back available to come on the pitch because he adds some energy to Belgium that they desperately need at the moment.
It was his foot that he injured. He might have been able to take care of himself. He is a qualified podiatrist. And there is the clean-up job. That's his team are at the other end, looking to attack, looking to equalize. Time ticking away in this first quarter. Leipert drills it in, looking for a touch. Felix Denayer. Took a bit of time out after Rio. Denayer spent time with some family.
Belgium pressing high here again. What that does with their zonal defense, though, is create lots of spaces in between it. It's a lot harder for the zone to work when they're stretched, but they desperately want to put some pressure on India. That's why they're stepping up.
You can see Thomas Briels there. I think maybe his game could be over with, although they'll do their best to patch him up.
I think quite often they might be just going for a quick stitch and get him back on. Or a bit of glue, something to put it back together.
Lovely.
They're pretty tough, these guys. They'll be back out there if they can be.
Here's Leipert. And the beating son of Breda. It's Certainly not been a happy time in the sun for Belgium so far at this competition.
Yeah, one of the challenges for Belgium is they've had a lot of ball at the back with their back unit, but they haven't won a lot of balls. So what it means is they've always got to play against a set defence, and they need to get more energy in their defending so they can win some ball and have some counter-attack.
Long from Rahides. Sunil just looking for that support to arrive. I think Jarmanpreet was the intended support. He can fire it back into the circle now. Jarmanpreet again. Behind everyone.
Yeah, again, with Belgium stepping up their press, what it means is those aerials have got big spaces to land in and can be much more effective. They've got to, if they do that, they've got to be really sharp and really quick to get in position when the aerial ball goes up.
Interesting, suffered his first defeat since he took back charge yesterday. Looking at this competition and the Commonwealth Games as good auditions really for the Asian Games in Jakarta to come. So we enter the final 10 seconds of this first quarter. And that should be that. The hooter sounds, and so far so good for India. Looking to keep up with the pace being set by those above them in the table. As things stand, they will be going back to the top of this round robin. We got the top two finish, or will finish to take in the final. It'll be third against fourth, fourth against fifth. Finals day on Sunday. Belgium will just be hoping that they don't finish bottom of the pile as it stands at the moment. How would you assess India's first quarter?
I think they'll be really pleased, not just with the goal, but just with the general play. Playing with some good intensity, which again has caused Belgium some troubles. Got to keep concentrating at the back, but overall, Harinder will be pretty pleased.
Spoken about how they've got a really good mix of youth and experience these days. Belgium, Shane McLeod getting the messages out. He's someone who's been there and done it. So calm.
Yeah, I think he's talking about the aerial balls and saying we've got to get a bit tighter and a bit closer when they're going up. Either when they do receive it, you've obviously got to stay 5, but then you can put pressure on straight away, or make the umpire call a decision and give the ball to you. Just going too close to a defender.
Well, they started their campaign with a 3-3 draw against Australia. It was a thriller on the opening night. And then they were severely put to the sword by the Netherlands, 6-1. 1-1 draw with Argentina. For India, well, they started so well, and they've
Second quarter shortly to get underway. Let's
had a very good tournament so far. 4-0 against Pakistan, a 2-1 win over the Olympic champions. And they really did push Australia hard yesterday. These two sides do entertain. They do provide goals. Start of the year, 4 nations, round robin, and the final also. 17 goals scored in those from those 2 matches. So only asked for the same today. India with that 1 goal through Harmanpreet from a penalty corner. All the way through for Koisters, who scored that leveler against Argentina. He starts to make his way into the circle now. Charlier has to go back. Van Doren offers the support, but it's further infield to Leipert. Now Arthur Van Doren. Bokard. They've worked this well, Belgium, into the circle. Srijesh just nudging it away from Gunard. We'll start with the long corner.
There's a bit more energy ahead of the ball there for Belgium than what we've seen previously.
Dolman with the restart. He has to go back once again. Now Leipert lofts it. Lofts it well. Taken down beautifully. Fired across. And there was Koisters. And a penalty corner has been awarded.
Yeah, if Leipert's that close to the circle, he can play those aerials direct to players. They're lethal. They need to get more pressure on him so he can't deliver those so easily.
Taken down by Hendricks. Just there, that's where it hit the foot. So he'll have another try. John Doman with the injection here. Towards Van Doren, who traps again, and Srijesh denying Leipert. To Van Doren. They keep this energy up, Belgium. Free hit will go their way. Switch from one side to the other. Here's Hendricks. Beautifully taken down again from Hendricks. Sada in the way, and eventually the decision does go against Sada. God, just waits. Just to have a look, see what's around him. The options available. Gunard, Van Doren, and Sada plays it quickly. Mandy, can he keep it in? No.
See this flick, good trap there, but Leipert didn't quite get hold of it. It's flat on the floor, which makes it easier for the goalie compared to Harmanpreet's flick against Van Asch. A little bit off the ground, a bit more pace on it.
7 of his 8 goals at the World League Finals at the end of last year, where he was top scorer, came from penalty corner situations. Chance for Dilpreet here. Dilpreet goes on and trying to beat Van Asch at his near post, stuck a foot in the way.
Oh, they had a really good chance there. Dilpreet, I mean, the other attacker in the circle should have been looking to get in on the back post, because he changes his angle nicely. It's lovely space to play across goal, and he doesn't get there. He goes and stays around the top of the circle. And Gunard wasn't tight enough for the initial area as well. Some real slack defending on occasions here.
Is there an element of inexperience there, maybe from Dilpreet, or did he
I think
would have known straight away that there was no other option?
Well, I think the player off the ball, I can't see who it was, you know, didn't make the effort to get into the right place, and then it made it really difficult for Dilpreet.
First green card of the game. It was the way of Simon Gunard. It's down to 10 for 2 minutes. Just a shove in the back there on Simranjit.
Yeah, I think he'll think that Simranjit tried to get in his way.
They take advantage here. India.
So again, get the tempo up India against the player short, make the pitch as big as possible, so they've got to defend over long distances, create some space to play into the circle.
Picking out a bit of space on the right-hand side nicely. To the byline. And penalty corner has been awarded to India here. It's right under the nose of Kurt van Bunga as well.
Yeah, Hendricks looks to have made a good tackle first, but I think he just clipped his foot.
Like his little toe.
A bit unlucky there. And they'll be tempted, India, just trying to repeat what they did last time with Harmanpreet's flick.
Connected with it really well. But Ash did get something on it, but just too hard to handle. Oh, really work out here. Sana, that's a fine stop from the goalkeeper, although it was hit a little dangerously.
Yeah, it's still the first shot at goal. That's why if it hits, seemed to be going over the backboard, it would be deemed dangerous.
Quickly, Vincent Van Asch, he does believe that his best qualities are his reflexes. It still says that Rio just leaves a little bit of a bitter taste in the mouth for Vincent Van Asch. Vince the Prince.
Yeah, he's got great reflexes. He's not the tallest of the goalkeepers playing international hockey, so he has to be quick and powerful.
It's Victor Vegne. Takes it forward. And he's one that can cause damage. By Dokier. Finds Tom Bone. Nice turn from him. And a penalty corner has been awarded to Belgium here. Florent Van Opel looking to try and wriggle away from defenders. This is how it came about.
Yeah, sloppy tackle from Amit Rohidas. Didn't need to try and win the ball so quickly. Gave away a stick tackle.
Rohidas, a man from Odisha. It's the first ball I played with was a football, not a hockey ball. 25 years of age. Stockier who traps this time. Boone! And with the effort, blocked really well.
Yeah, Amit Rohidas made up for there, giving away the penalty corner with a great running at number 1.
Here's Dilpreet from one end to the other. India looking to strike. Can they hear right on the turn? It's well wide of goal in the end, but nice idea from Mandeep.
Yeah, Mandeep lively in the circle. He cuts the ball in the hook, I think. That double hits it. Not quite for a sideline hit, but good running from Amit Rohidas. Really important, that.
He's incredibly quick off the line. And Tom Bone, from Brussels, made his 250th appearance in that 6-1 loss against the Netherlands. Will be in action a little later on. The host nation. Full program for you today. This is the second of 3 matches. We've already seen Pakistan get the better of Argentina, and some style as well. Good turn from Van Opel. He carries on going. And that was Tom Bone. He deals with it, and then Birendra Lakra here, deep in the corner, along with Varun Kumar. They're going to wriggle out of this.
They've done well there.
Composure.
I think they'd have wanted the free hit. I think Tom Bone tried to turn and hit the ball and hit the defender's stick. And I think they'd have quite liked the free hit in that position rather than having to play it out the corner.
Onto De Sluva now. Fired in, and nobody in red can get on the end of that. Slapped in with some real ferocity.
It was, but if you look in the circle, there's 3 Belgian forwards in very similar line, pretty static. You know, makes it relatively easy for the Indian defence, and then giving away the free hit. He wasn't stick blocking there, no matter how much you try and persuade the umpire.
It's ended up in the net, but it's not going to count.
Yeah, good lead from Denayer. And Brill's back on the pitch.
Oh, it's a lovely turn. Dilpreet really was. Father play for the Army. Exciting forward he is. He's shown no fear really since given the opportunity to perform at senior level. That's going to be a sore one. To 10.
I don't think Manpreet needs to be in the wars anymore. He's obviously coming from the foot injury earlier. I was pleased there because the way he fell as well, I was worried about for his knee because he got caught with his leg, but no, it seems to be fine.
It seemed an awkward landing. That could have been a whole lot worse. The way that is, he just gets caught under the knee there, doesn't he?
I want to be made of what he's made of. Keeps bouncing back.
It's a call for his team to be ruthless this week. And we're against Pakistan on the first day, certainly. Chalier away from Manpri. He's lost his stick. Chalier still.
Good tackle from Barinder Lakra.
And here comes the through ball from Sardar. Sunil. Dilpreet in the circle with him, but Sunil can't find him.
A nice pass from Sardar. Great pace from Sunil. It's a real lethal weapon when you've got space in behind the defence. Disappointed he couldn't connect with Dilpreet though.
And the pass was inch perfect as well. We've seen so many times how the ball can just run away. Driven in.
Any kind of through pass is really difficult in hockey these days with the speed of the pitch. Has to be played to perfection.
De Sluiver here for Belgium. Van Doren.
And there's one midfielder working hard ahead of the ball, and that's 3 forwards who are pretty static.
Van Doren has to check back. There's not much on up ahead of him.
Yeah, if I was Shane McLeod at the moment, I'd be wanting more from my midfield and forwards in terms of movement. Starting to get a little bit more now.
Doman on the turn. Get away from Vivek Prasad. Forward in towards Koisters, who's powerful. Going to ground with Cedric Chalier, who has a look to Clement Montes de Oca for something more. Up you get, he says. Van Doren. Option to the right. De Sluiver, if he can control it, and he does. Just about. Simon Gounard. It's good pressing from Dilpreet, though, and from Sunil, first line of attack. Good control from Keenat. They are into the circle, and it's just run away from Doman, I think it is.
Thomas Briels, I think, down there.
Thomas Briels.
There's the through ball from Sardar to Sunil. As he just rolls here, he's looking for the ball across the circle. He just puts it too close to the goalkeeper. Great chance.
From a background where he used to use bamboo to make a hockey stick. Driving on here. Van Asch smothers. And Belgium can bring it clear now. Plenty back already in a unit for India. Hanobel. Gounard. Deep in the way, penalised. Taken over now by Denier. Inside the final 3 minutes of this second quarter on the approach to half-time. Belgium threatening. We've had a few penalty corners. They're just lacking a little bit of inventiveness in and around the circle at the moment. You saw one for Sardar.
You can get some ice on it now.
Plenty of changes being made by India. How important is it to time the changes right, especially in these sorts of matches where it's so hot, you're dealing with the elements as well?
Yeah, really important you make your rotation so you can keep your intensity on your game and you're not going to get caught out defensively. But there's not always great times to actually make the changes, because if you're in deep defence, you don't want to put yourself a player down by trying to get someone off. So there's only certain times when you should be looking to make changes. Here India again, quick free hits against Belgium have worked throughout this tournament. They should be looking to continue to do that. A lot of space here. Poor Thomas Briels had to run a long way, not helped by any of his teammates.
Harmanpreet still, and a penalty corner. He had to run a long way, and then in the end, giving away the penalty corner.
Really poor organisation from Belgium. You didn't see it from there, but Thomas Briels had to close down both full-backs, and then when one full-back carried the ball high up the pitch, he was expected to run 40 yards while the rest of his teammates just stood still almost.
Be an ideal time to strike just before half-time. Create a little bit of daylight. India and Belgium here. Finishing with the foot on the line.
Now, Cohen van Bunge stopped the clock. I don't know why, whether there was kit missing or something, but he's allowed them to take longer than 40 seconds, which is a bit of a favour to Belgium, otherwise they would lose a player from this penalty corner.
Here it comes. So Rahid has completely missed his connection with the ball. Belgium survive.
The first block got run down, and that's hit wide. That was the second shot, so that could have gone into the net. But it is going wide, it's then deemed dangerous.
Van Doren, Player of the Year, 2017. Antwerp native. Forward by Simranjit. Lalit driving forward. India still looking threatening towards the end here. Gonna get another penalty corner.
Well
to 5 now.
Well played. I think that was Mandy on the baseline. Nice skill. But again, Lalit and him found a lot of space down there against the Belgian defence.
It's come off Van Doren in the end. They have had their penalty corner issues. Asia Cup success last year, 21.8% converted.
Yeah, generally teams are looking for around scoring 1 in 3, 33% obviously.
Commonwealth Games, they only took 10 of 39 chances.
I think generally at this tournament the percentages will be down for all the teams.
Comes the injection, and now the strike. Very good block. We're going to get another opportunity. India finishing strongly here.
Yeah, Belgium are referring, they don't think it's another penalty corner.
Bruce, can you hear me?
Yes, Koen, I can hear you.
All right, can you please have a look? I gave the penalty corner for the stick check by number 4, Belgium. Can you please check if it's different?
Okay, so confirming you've given it for a stick check.
Exactly.
Okay, looking now.
So as the ball falls here, it's this tackle by Van Doren here. I think it's a good tackle. He takes the ball off Manpreet here.
You can see the change in direction of the ball as well, away from Manpreet.
Yeah.
Koen, can you hear me?
Yes.
I have a decision for you. Okay. It's a free hit to the defence, and Belgium keep their referral.
All right, thank you. Just wait, Loic. Time stopped. You know how it works.
So
wait
good
for
referral.
It, wait for it,
Thumbs up
wait
all
for it,
round.
Wait.
Arthur Van Doren.
Really good tackle in there. Really good block from Van Doren.
So the seconds tick away. This one taken in by Lalit. And final flurry forward then for India, perhaps. Sunil. Set into the heart of the Belgian defence. Lofty clearance up towards Vegne. Takes it down beautifully. Barely any pitch to work with there, so tight he was to the touchline. But that will be that for the first half. And a very interesting battle between these two teams, with India in front through Harmanpreet's penalty corner. And some Vanash has been called into action, but it's another goal conceded for Belgium in this competition. And for India, well, they can be delighted with that first half showing. The communication goes on between Shane McLeod and his team. And they came back from the end of the first quarter with a fair bit more in the way of energy, just lacking a little bit in the way of inventiveness inside the circle. They've had their moments from penalty corners as well, but it's just not working out for the likes of Leipert and Tom Bone as well. But at the moment here in the second game of this Hockey Champions Trophy between India and Belgium, it's 1-0.
And let's see if our birthday boy as DJ can give us some tune for half-time.
So India in front, and they need to respond as well. And they would have been watching on to see how Argentina would have been getting on in the first game, I should say, here today. Earlier on, they played Pakistan, who started the day at the bottom of this group. Let's have a look at the best of the action.
The ball to the baseline. Umar Butter into the circle. Lays it back. They've taken the lead. Pakistan fire the ball home. It was a well-worked goal. Umar Butter along the baseline, and Roland Altmans gives his approval. It was a good pass here to the baseline. In it came and fired home. A really good shot, low down by Irfan. Forward again is a mistrap, top of the circle, and there's the equaliser. Paredes, the man on the spot, was played in front of goal towards him, and he made no mistake. It's a great pass down the middle. Picked up well by Manini. Manini aware of Paredes at the back post, and there was nothing that Imran Butt could do. They shift to the right. Good stop. He's fired it home. At last they get a goal from the penalty corner. Mubashir Ali, low down. Thomas Santiago couldn't get there, and it's high fives on the bench for Pakistan. Great stop, Rashid Mahmood, and fired straight through the goalkeeper. He'll be a bit frustrated about that, but a wonderful finish for Pakistan. Oh, lots of space for Rashid Mahmood. He's advancing to the top of the D. What a wonderful pass. That was so unselfish. Doesn't shoot, gives it to Ijaz Ahmed, who beats Thomas Santiago to make it 3-1 to Pakistan. Boy, will he enjoy a victory against the world #2 and the Olympic champions. Into the D he goes, takes a tumble, and a penalty stroke has been won against Dabara. Bilal sends Santiago the wrong way, and it is now 4-1 to Pakistan. And Bilal gets his goal at last. So the final score here is Argentina 1, Pakistan 4.
A quite incredible scoreline. And Pakistan with a fabulous victory. And you have to say, Bobby Critchley, nothing more than they deserve throughout this tournament.
No, they've been organised, and they've been on the back of some tough results considering how they've played. But today I thought they really stepped up. And what was really impressive was the fact that some of the forwards, they've been quite quiet in attack, but some of the forwards really upped their game today, and they were a much more of a threat. And really impressed with the likes of Irfan Jr., Umar Butter, Ijaz Ahmed, Abu Mahmood. They all played a lot better than they had done previously, so great to see.
And it means that they are off the bottom of the table, as we see here. Brief word on Argentina. It was, well, they just in the end, they kind of lost their heads a little bit.
They did a little bit. They obviously were very frustrated, and you could tell that with the head coach's interview at half-time.
Yeah, Herman Orozco was not happy at all at half-time when I spoke to him, and he would have been far from happy at the end of that. So a real twist of the tail here. There's plenty still here watching on. It's been a fabulous competition so far, not just for those playing, but for us watching as well. Let's have a look at the highlights then from the first half here in this game between India and Belgium. And what you will see is India with the better of the opportunities, and they very nearly took the lead early on. But a good stop from Vincent Van Asch in the Belgium goal, just tipping it onto the post here from Mandeep. That's a very good stop indeed. Pressure kept building on Belgium, and not more so at penalty corner situations, and not more so through Harmanpreet. His third goal of this tournament, straight through Van Asch, and India taking their opportunity when presented. Belgium didn't offer too much going forward, it has to be said, and India continued to fire in the chances. Van Asch with the save on this occasion, although it was deemed to be just a little too high from the original strike coming in. India once more with a chance to extend the lead. Keen blocks in the way to make sure that Belgium are still in this, despite their lack of goal-scoring threat at one end. And a few penalty corners which haven't really gone to plan. It's still very close indeed. Let's have a look at the stats and facts. So just the one goal. India with a few more opportunities on goal compared to Belgium. Penalty corner count 5-3 for India. But it's still pretty close between these two. So let's get downstairs with Ashley.
Well, Shane, in commentary, they were saying they felt you needed a little bit more from your midfield. Do you agree with that comment?
Yeah, look, it's pretty fair, but I think across the board we need a little bit more. Like, we're struggling to move the ball around the back, and our midfield's not offering a great deal, and then we're not giving enough chances to our guys up front. So, yeah, it's just a combination of a few things.
Penalty corner conversion at the tournament has been low, but yours has been very low at the moment. Is that again an area? Is it the pitch or is it just execution?
Well, it's a tactic we're using. We don't want to give too much away before the World Cup. No, I'd like to say that, but we are struggling a little bit with it. The field is not the easiest, and with our drag flickers, it's really about confidence and getting into a rhythm. We haven't been able to kick into a rhythm so far, so I feel a bit for them.
Well, you were out very quickly at the half-time break. Was your message short and sharp?
Oh, we're often short and sharp, but yeah, look, they know what to do and so on. It's just a case of implementing things and giving reminders and some helpers, trying to help them out in a few areas. But look, we'll see what happens in the second half, see if I said the right thing, let's see if they heard something I said. So,
thanks very much, Shane. All the best.
Thanks.
Thanks, Ashley. I'm glad he agreed with us.
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about.
He certainly does.
Yeah, they just got a lot of good players, Belgium, but just a few of them are just off it at the moment, just not at the quality that we're used to seeing from them. And trying to find that, and sometimes it's trying hard to find it, and sometimes it becomes more and more difficult, but they definitely can up the energy off the ball, both leading for the ball but also in defence as well, because India have found some really good spaces in behind the Belgian defence.
You feel, though, if they don't turn this around, then they can kiss goodbye to breaking into the top two.
Well, I think that's going to be really difficult anyway. They just don't want to play that first game on Sunday, the 5th, 6th. They want to be at least in the 3rd, 4th game.
So the teams are ready. And India with the advantage, but it's only one goal. That is a very slender scoreline. It doesn't matter whether you're playing very well or even very poorly. Still in with a shout here.
That's it. We've been saying Belgium have been disappointing. India have been the better team, but it's still very close, and it hasn't been, that many different chances. Belgium have still had lots of circle entry.
Farhan Kumar looking to gain some ground here. Able to pick out Lalit. Have you seen more in the way of energy and intensity or not from Belgium in this one compared to other matches we've seen?
No, I think this tournament generally they haven't been there. Both their defence, their zonal defence has been, renowned for some time now, about really difficult to play against. But it needs energy from the players so that they can you know, put pressure on the ball. And then similarly in attack, they need to have a bit more movement so they can get slickness of the passes and link play. I think too often at the moment, not only is the movement off the ball poor, players on the ball are not looking to shift it on quick enough. And so if the ball stays in areas for long periods, it's relatively easier to defend. If it keeps shifting, it becomes really difficult to get your defence organised.
We're blessed for entertainment at the start of the year. They beat Belgium, did India 5-4 in the round robin of the Four Nations. And that it was 4-4 in the final, which they ended in success, 3-0 in a shootout. This is Denier. 3 surrounding Sebastian Dokier.
That was better ahead of the ball from Belgium, and lots more over distance, so the forwards are stretching that defence a bit more. Again, what I don't like to see is players in the middle of the circle just stood on their 6, as you saw one of the Belgian players there. Got a chance here, though.
Hendricks to take over, and he does fairly. This is Doman. Keeps it low, and Dokier now also keeps it low, and Srijesh with the stop. This is very encouraging start, and maybe they have listened to Shane McLeod. Half-time. Van Doren. Line for Denier. Whose foot did that come off? Penalty corner. Well, communication, both umpires. And the penalty corner goes Belgium's way.
I think he just hits Hamid Rahid as his foot there. Here's one from earlier. Sri just does really well to clear that pressure with lots of Belgian players around him. Belgium score a lot of goals by just tipping the ball with the ball going directly at goal. They get players in that area, look to deflect it. It's that key area you have to defend.
Doman with the injection. Whistle is blown. Here they go. And a vital block coming in. It's as if it was Surrender Kumar.
Yeah, they went to Hendricks that time. Not Lipa off the flick, looking to change up.
Hendricks does have the ability to score. He leading scorer of the Junior Euros back in 2014. Fired in, deflected, and then fired right across by Sebastian Dokier. So green card has been awarded to Burinder Lacra, I think.
Yeah, Burinder Lacra has been carded. Kern Van Bungie saw something. Here's Hendricks' flick, goes low to the goalkeeper's left. Not enough pace to beat the postman.
Stakes flying everywhere. This has got to be stopped because this is a very nasty collision. Manpreet. It is for India. Let's see who it is for Belgium at the moment. Is it Briels? Oh, goodness me. Bang on the head, it looks like for Briels. It's that left shoulder, isn't it?
Well, the two players we know have already had injuries in this tournament.
Yeah, Briels most recently today. And Manpreet, well, he's well and truly been in the wars throughout this tournament. It's great to see both are up on their feet, and information of the 2-minute suspension for Burinder Lacra. So both up on their feet, and that's very good to see. Briels, you can see the plaster that he's got on his nose after a unfortunate collision with a stick earlier on. Innovation for Briels. We'll take a closer look at him now as Belgium continue to try and keep the heat on India. Decent strike from Sebastian Dokier. Chance to break away here, India. Just relieve a little bit of this early pressure in this second half.
Good tackle from Van Doren on Mandy, really important. We've got the extra player at the moment, Belgium. They should be looking to up the tempo, up the intensity, make India chase it.
His Bone, quickly on for Denayer. Sadar across, good vision from Denayer to find Doman. He has to go all the way back though for the Sluva. Doman.
Space out on the left if they choose to use it. Doman's gone direct.
Towards Koisters. It's fine into him. Just trying to keep India in that corner. Doman. It's so difficult for them to get out. Encouraging from Belgium once more. It's Bone. Oh, goodness me. That has got to hurt Jarmanpreet. He has taken that flush on in the side of the face.
Yeah, I think as Jarmanpreet went to close down the shot bravely, it just popped up of his own stick into his face. Which unfortunately, apart from hurting, also gives away the penalty corner.
They've had to be a tough cookie in this one. Jarmanpreet still tracking back to halfway, just feeling the side of his face. He'll have a nice big bruise on the side of that face, I'm sure, in the morning. Penalty corner for Belgium. They've been off the boil so far, but how about now? Very quickly out the first runner, who was Manpreet. Got a good block in from Tom Bone. Another opportunity.
Manpreet still running really well at number 1, putting pressure on the top.
It's a little shimmy to the right. It will be Bone again! Srijesh, wow, what a stop. What a save that was. So much purchase on the save over the top of his bar. He's actually gone over the stand behind him and out of the stadium. Incredible. It's fine back in again, but too high, too dangerous.
Yeah, you see the penalty confirmed. Tom Bone, one of his favourite places to put it is over the right shoulder of the goalkeeper. Doesn't quite get it high enough. He'd hope that to go just under the bar, but it's still a great save from Srijesh.
Be so quick, Srijesh. He has said that they, as a team, feel far more comfortable now with Harendra at the helm.
They always say that, whoever's currently picking the team.
Come back from a long time out, 8 months he had on the sidelines. Come back from that ACL. In terms of knee injuries, he's pretty much had them all. Srijesh, he was saying in the hotel before the game. A green card awarded here.
Yeah, he was knocking the ball away. It's about 80 yards from goal. Not sure. Requires a card, but maybe.
Leon from Kina looking for Tom Bone. And he was part of the Belgian indoor team at the World Cup back in Berlin in February. iPad for Van Doren. Way through maybe for Van Obel. Calm under pressure, India here. They managed to win the free hit.
India really needs to stop conceding cards, because usually at this level, if you're the man down, you have to chase a bit more. The opposition get possession. Playing with 11 for as long as possible is really important.
Jarmanpreet. Seems okay. Ooh. A flying stick from Koisters.
Don't know what it is about this game. It's absolutely lethal.
Did this happen? Oh.
That's from your own teammate as well.
Fortunately, everyone's okay.
Next to the line.
Well,
Or are they?
Yes.
very sore.
The outsider at the moment. He's very proud to have made his 300th appearance in this competition. To come back strong after missing the Commonwealth Games. Says he's worked hard on fitness and feels completely renewed coming into this tournament. Lots of yoga and swimming, apparently.
Yeah, India back to 11 now. Yeah. I think when you are getting a little bit older, the likes of yoga really important.
Well, he was said, I saw a report describing how he may have developed legs of a 60-year-old towards the Commonwealth Games. Briel's driving on here for Belgium. Still, it just won't happen for them. Shujesh absolutely powering out the messages to his defenders.
Well, I think he'd be disappointed how easy that was for Belgium.
Van Doren, forget, an absolute thriller to come later on. The Netherlands against Australia. Touched on. That's an opportunity.
Yeah, Briel's just lifted the ball. Didn't quite get his deflection right. This is the earlier attack again, just one received, far too easy. Harmanpreet allowing Briel to make circle entry and then going across goal. Another really important trap by Amit Rohidas. Just as Dokia was there to put it in.
5.5 minutes of this third quarter remaining. India still 1 goal to the good. It's Birendra Lakra. Sunil. Kept in play just about Cedric Chalier. Hunted down though. Pretty wide for Surrender Kumar. We'll be on the backtracking, Sebastian Dokier. Surrender Kumar quickly getting on with things, finding Sunil. Sunil, close control. Is there any way out for Sunil here? With 2 for company in red.
Number 10, is the Snyder. Don't use the stick to hold. Go on. Guys, you know, go.
Another green card awarded, and this time to Cedric Chalier. What's all that about, Bobby?
Sorry, can't help you with that one.
Outrageous.
Number 10 for Belgium, Cedric Chalier.
They might give India an opportunity here to control possession for a bit period, stretch Belgium, create another good chance or two.
By Harmanpreet. Surrender Kumar.
Dokia has just gone bypass there.
And deflection. And it's wide, not in for India.
I don't think Manpreet knew too much about that. I think it came off the defender first. Oh no, it wasn't Manpreet. It was Mandeep at the back post.
What a chance. Oh, as he looks up to the heavens as well. Cedric Chalier, look on his face. He still doesn't understand why he sat there for 2 minutes. I'm sure the umpire had his reasons.
India finally get themselves organised to full press with the extra player, but they've turned over a free hit. A lot of players out of position now.
Simon Gounard can't gather it. India able to bring it away from danger. Pretty close, this one, between these two.
Guys, we already have agreed. Will you stop? Okay, in the middle. Will you stop? Will you stop? Please.
Yeah, I think there's enough. Henriks off the ball was blocking Sunil a bit. It might have been 50-50, but I think that might have been why Charlie was sent off earlier about what he did off the ball, blocking it when he was defending. But to be honest with you, I'm guessing.
Narendra Lakra for Surrender Kumar. With Briels, recovered from that second big knock just a few moments ago. With Manpreet.
Some space here again. Skills from Lakra, running the Lakra.
Surrender Kumar fires it across, and it is in! And they do get their goal.
No, he's given a free hit for the initial tackle. Belgium on the break
now.
With
it quickly. Goodness me, to try and catch India out. What a chance for Van Opel. Well, from one end to the other. Nearly catching India out. They certainly caught me out.
Yeah, I think India thought the goal had been given, but the blow on the whistle had actually given a free hit against Mandi.
And a let-off. Full credit to Belgium. Talk about quickly getting on with it. Try and catch their opponents out of the back.
Yeah, they were ready to play.
Touch from Gunnar, just runs away from him. Manpreet doing well to try and stay with him. Free hit for Belgium. This is Denayer. Van Doren was the player of the tournament at the Euros last year. And again, now Hendricks. Actually scored against India at the 2016 Champions Trophy. Took down very nicely indeed from Vegne.
Yeah, he's been bright today. Got himself in some good attacking positions. Just that final pass. He started to make a few of those. He could be really important to Belgium.
Nicely worked from India, this. Just took up a good position. And now Keena. Be keen to get out of the corner. Keena sting one way and then the other. Hendricks. Oh, they've done very well. Done very well indeed. Vegne. Now Gunnar. Tom Bone. Vegne, central position now. Mari Oysters and Bone. It's gone against Tom Bone. Frustrations for Belgium.
Yeah, I didn't feel there was any foul there, but a lot of the general play there was much better from Belgium. Lots of link play, much many more connections than we've seen previously.
Might just be the final telling action of this third quarter. There goes Sahuta. Well, they're trying, they certainly are, Belgium. But India continue to stand strong. They thought that they'd scored a second goal at India.
Thanks to Harmanpreet's 10th-minute goal. India 1, Belgium 0.
As you can see, they're all celebrating. And Herman Montes de Oca given the decision to Belgium, and they got on with it. Look at the space there was for Florent Van Opel here. Srijesh in the way. Just looking in a little closer, Bobby.
Yes, the ball goes across. Defending, there's a tackle on the stick. The first one, as Leipart goes to trap it, there's a stick tackle on him. That's what it was given for before Mandi put the ball in the goal.
Final quarter to come. As a coach, put yourself in Harendra's shoes. What will you be saying to his players out there?
Yeah, I think just the quality of play on the ball. They need to stretch the Belgian defence. So getting some better shape when they get into the other half will improve them by stretching them. But ultimately, again, just winning the individual battles. Belgium, as they up their energy and start to show a little bit more better at play in that quarter, you know, it'll make it harder for the Indians to defend. So they need to make sure they stay concentrating throughout. Again, I'd make sure that Leipart doesn't get a lot of time in the opposite half, whether to throw aerials or play passes into the Indian circle on the floor. I think he's a real danger for Belgium.
And supporters of Belgium, it's time to make some noise.
Beats in the quarter-finals of the World League final in Bhubaneswar end of last year. India successful 3-2 in a shootout after 3-3 draw. Maybe shy of goals, but it's just the one so far into the final quarter then.
So Jarmanpreet's pushed on here, he's created some space for Sardar on the right.
Sardar. Is looking for Vivek Prasad. Too quick for him by Hendricks. Doman. Brills. Lipet. Bocard.
So again, despite that play building up for some time, Belgium have a lot of players behind the ball. Doman only just... See, Doman playing meant to be centre midfield, but he's so often in the Belgian back unit, on the Belgian side of the Indian defence.
Sardar, through the legs. Keep from him. Manpreet. Manpreet looking for the vision to try and find Jarmanpreet. That was ambitious. Jarmanpreet is a unit, isn't he?
Oh, he's a big,
tremendous
big
power that he brings.
So if you look at the Belgium here, the half-backs are quite flat, quite deep out wide. And the centre half is the other side of the Indian forward. So well, that means they got 5 players, none of which are in amongst the Indians. Here, John Doman just starting to play a little bit more in behind that Indian centre forward.
Hendricks stretching the play one side to the other, creates a space for Hendricks to get forward, but Brills wins the free hit. Brills still, and carries it on now. Brills able to find the intended target. Edge of the circle, one back well. This is Simon Gunnar for Belgium as they search and hunt down an equaliser. Keener.
Better energy to win the ball back quickly there from Belgium.
Bocard going back to Van Doren. Arthur Van Doren again. It's Coisters and Bone. Vegne wait to come back on. It's patient from Belgium. It's lofted. It's touched down well. Can anybody finish it off? Doman! Srijesh in the way. They'll be wondering what on earth they've got to do to score. Again, great build-up, though.
Great build-up, but again, India need to get pressure so there isn't that time for the player to pick a pass out, little aerial pass, so close to the circle.
Still without a win in this competition, Belgium. Many people's favourites for the title. Still behind with time running away from them. Reactions from Vegne needed to be to keep it in. Vegne once more. Doran. Vegne, Sardar in close contention. Doman. Wide now for Simon Gunnar. And all the way back to Lipet. Working so hard, India, here in defence. Lofted from Hendricks. That's nicely found. A really good pass. Brills. Penalty corner for Belgium.
There's 2 ways to stop these aerial passes, finding their targets. You've either got to mark tighter at the back, or you've got to put pressure on so they haven't got time to lift the pass.
Off the foot of Harmanpreet, I think it was. Will it be 7th time lucky now? The trap and the strike. And once again, that #1 runner, where it matters, Manpreet.
Yeah, Leipart again on the far trap. Looking to go around the #1 runner. On a good line.
8th time of asking for Belgium. Here they go again. Leipart shifts it. And just anywhere will do for India. Looking to mix it up a little.
Yeah, Manpreet did really well again there to get pressure on the slip. Belgium thought he was so committed to that far trap that the slip would be open, but he read it well.
This will be quite demanding on India. Real consistent period inside their own half in pretty tricky, very hot conditions. Chance for India now to just try and take a breather, but can only find Hendricks. Anywhere to go, Hendricks here. He's biting away at his ankles.
Manpreet's done well there winning the ball. They've got a bit of counter-attack here with Sardar.
Sardar goes on. So does Mandeep, although he couldn't find him.
Sunil didn't make the greatest run because he could never have got the ball because he ran in behind the Belgian defenders.
Manpreet. Nowhere to go. Won back well by Gunard. Simon Gunard. Belgium looking to use the channels here through Van Obel. Bone, Van Obel. It's a quick play from Belgium. Van Doren. De Sluva. Denayer. Van Doren. Sluva. India looking to threaten on the counter. Dilpreet. Coolly done from him, but just loses control. Started playing on the grass of his village in Butala, Dilpreet. Just his 18th cap today. Vegne. Gunard. Powerful run from him, driving towards the circle. Long corner. How much will this be taking out of India, Bobby?
Well, they've got they're defending hard for long periods. Got an overlap down the left so they can go quick. Managed to get the defenders across India.
Van Doren, real clattering of sticks.
Yeah, they'll be looking to be better with the ball here, India. They don't want to just defend for this last period. Just over 8 minutes to go.
Still a fair while.
Yeah, but the Belgium again have upped the intensity. This kind of energy where they win it back quickly because they're defending with the right energy and the intensity is really what's helping keep the pressure on India.
The Sluva. Keener. It's away from Vivek Prasad. Comes the free hit. Keener again. The Sluva in support.
Narendra Singh's making a lot of shouting from the side. I think he's trying to get his defenders out and push out and put pressure on like that.
Well, Lally can bring it forward, and now the chance for Mandeep against Van Doren. That's wonderful, composed defending from Otto Van Doren.
Got to go back the other way, though, India.
Keener. It is end-to-end, breathless stuff. Is there any way through for Belgium, though?
Oh, it's Birendra Lakra at his best there. So balanced when he defends one-on-one.
Scream from Van Obel in frustration.
Yeah, a lot of space now. Belgium leaving players up the pitch.
Sunil.
So what India should do here is just keep the ball up the pitch, play lots of passes. You know, I'm not talking about going in the corner, I'm talking about just keeping possession because the less defenders. And then take the circle entry when it's there.
Just right on the edge. Not quite on the line or inside the circle there, although this might just be referred to have a look at. I think Sunil's pretty confident that it was
Bruce,
either on the line or inside.
Yes, Aman.
they're asking for a penalty corner, India, for a foot inside the D.
Okay, looking to see if his foot was inside or outside the D.
Okay, if you're sure.
Sunil, fairly confident.
Well, as well as giving them the chance of a penalty corner, we see it here.
That's why you have the referral.
It also gives them a chance for a little bit of a breather.
I have a decision for you. It's a penalty corner. India keep their referral.
Thank you. Foot, guys.
Bruce Bell's gone straight for it, foot on the line, counting us in the circle.
Sunil happy. Got Barry back in March. Hello to Nisha if she's watching. Chance for India to try and put this game to bed, you feel, if they were to strike here from this penalty corner.
Yeah, there's still time for Belgium to score twice, but with all Belgium having all the pressure, it could be quite demoralising if India managed to score here.
There's no 40 now.
Finally, Belgium are ready. The cracks onto the crossbar and stick of Van Ash. Here comes the injection. Here comes the strike! Oh! Well, that is struck Herman Montestorka.
I hope he's all right.
This is very worrying. And this, you can hear the umpire really trying to deal with the pain.
I think I know where he might have got that.
I think so too.
It sums up the game, doesn't it? Even the umpire's getting injured at the moment.
This has been a brutal affair. Well, let's just hope Herman is okay. This is how he came about. Well, there's a tummy midriff area.
Yeah, I'd be winded.
We'll be having to take some real deep breaths here. Very quick, the medical team were on.
Not that it's important at this stage. If that goes straight in the goal afterwards, he's all right. Good to see.
Great to see. Now we talk about the players needing to be hard. These umpires, hey.
Actually, good number one running. They actually got the block in.
He's telling me. It was on
Yeah, Belgium have gone to the kicking back now with over 6 minutes to go.
Yeah, Leipert's now got keeper privileges. Needs must for Belgium. There's Loic Leipert to use his feet inside the circle. Leipert out wide.
Yeah, so Belgium have to keep the tempo on the passes, try and open up the Indian defence, stretch them wide, both with players high up the pitch, working the baseline and the width.
Towards the edge of the circle. It's all a bit tight in there. So anyway, through. Well, it's a penalty corner to Belgium.
Yeah, Tom Bowman.
Bunga was very quick to award it. Approaching or inside the final 6 minutes.
Shane McLeod jokingly said he was hiding his penalty corners for the World Cup at half-time. Just wonder if they've got something up their sleeve. How it's a double bluff.
Haven't scored direct from one just yet in this competition. Be able to hit. Oh, Srishesh again. It is brilliant from the Indian goalkeeper. Denying Tom Bone. Oh, and touchdown! How on earth has that stayed out?
This just rattled the post.
My word! Belgium must be seriously scratching their heads as to how on earth they have not been able to score today. Fighting again, looking for that little touch. Srishesh there once again. Sunil to try and relieve this pressure. To keep hold of it here, India. A little dummy. In fact, Prasad with Hendricks. Guess of little and large.
Tom Bone again trying to go high to the goalkeeper's right. He just managed to stay tall, and then there's a second chance. Doman off the post.
That's extraordinary. Still only one goal we've had today. Harmanpreet's penalty corner.
Belgium working really well now. This is the kind of energy you wanted to see.
Bone. There's an opportunity here for India just to take a bit of a breather due to an injury.
Yeah, Tom Bone trying to play the ball directly through Manpreet. The follow-through caught him.
Manpreet Singh. 4.5 minutes left in this one. India still lead by 1-0.
Yeah, good block, but he got a little clip on the knee on the follow-through.
Just wait, time stopped again. Yeah?
We've had it all today. Vivek Prasad. Sunil gets a quickly turn, but out of play goes Denia. Final 4 minutes or so.
Here, India will desperately want players who are going to get on the ball for them. You know, Belgium working hard to press with the extra field player.
So,
they can keep possession again, high up the pitch, ideally. Return and run now.
Denia. The overlapping run is nice from Gunard. Making ground. Oh, and it just opened up for him, didn't it?
It did open up for him. He did really well. He's got a lot. Really good at making those runs from midfield, but I think he rushed it a bit. He had time to carry the ball into the circle rather than try and hit it from outside. And once you're in the circle, everything changes, because obviously, apart from you can score, obviously, penalty corners can be won.
No let-up at the moment from Belgium. This energy-sapping period of the match for India. Shane McLeod, wow.
So you've got again a lack of movement from India. There are not a lot of offers, which means the ball will be just thrown back to Belgium.
Van Doren.
So you really want players who are going to get on the ball in midfield and forward who are going to lead to get the ball up the pitch. Relieve the pressure that way in possession rather than having to defend for the rest of the game.
Leipert out wide, now back into the midfield with Denia, back for Leipert. Doran edge to go backwards again. Energy and defence from the very front. Sunil and Simranjit Singh. Infield Belgium come now, looking to find those little gaps. Just the touch getting away. Cedric Charlier was. Leipert opens up for him to drill it in. Oh. And then the strike comes in from Doman, and again, 2 bites of the cherry there, Doman, and in the end, a penalty corner awarded to Belgium.
Yeah, I think India will refer this.
You are just right.
Then they feel as though there's a foul.
Yes, Kuhn, I can hear you.
Tackle
Can you please have a look if there's any reason to change my decision?
Okay, checking to see any foul.
Thanks, mate.
Any reason to change the decision?
There's the ball played in initially. The Indian player gets it. Then you see a tackle come in anytime soon. No, it's after that. I think they should be looking for.
Replays to see if there's any reason to change the decision.
Well, they're looking at that just at that initial incident, and it doesn't seem to have come off an Indian body at that stage.
So many different angles available to Bruce Bale to get the right outcome here. We all wait patiently.
Might just roll it on here. You see the Belgian, Indian's going to play it away. You see that stick tackle there.
There's no clear reason to change your decision. Penalty corner, India lose their referral.
Thank you.
What do I know?
And India lose their referral.
Can Belgium strike late? 1 minute 45 left on the clock in this fourth and final quarter. Lipad is there, waiting.
Shifted to the near castle.
Yeah, with Denier. Here he goes, Lipad! He has beaten Srijesh finally! And Belgium have their goal. And it comes from Loic Lipad, a penalty corner, right into the corner. And he's had so many opportunities. Srijesh has frustrated him all day. He's frustrated Belgium all day. And on this occasion late on, Lipad gets the better of him, 1-1.
Yeah, it is really well, because it's a bouncing ball off the trap, and he just takes that little bit of time to get it under control. Far too hard, low into the corner. It's difficult with Sri just going with his foot to reach it when it's that much in the corner.
It's his first goal here this week, and comes from a regular source of goals for him, the penalty corner routine.
Belgium now, a draw's not good enough for them, so that's why they're keeping the kicking back on, going all out for the win.
Here's Keener. Wonderful run from Keener. Supporting cast arrives. Gunard. Time is against them, but still plenty of time. India looking to be solid in their defensive work here, and they will.
Yeah, important tracking from Lali Dupadé. Forwards going back with the half-back, really important there.
To get it on quickly towards Mandeep, trying to take advantage. Lipad, and the goalkeeper is still out of goal. He is getting some lift. Great control into the circle. They are here. Penalty corner for Belgium. Are we going to have one big twist to the tail? And overall in this competition, Gunard here firing it, and it comes off the foot of Surendra Kumar.
Yeah, Gunnar took up a good position, but Lalit there just wasn't quite tight enough. Need to go, as soon as he knew Lipad was going to throw to the air, he'll need to run back about 5 yards really quickly. He could have got under that or intercepted it.
Belgium to win this, they would go on to 5 points, a point behind India and the Netherlands, and 2 behind Australia. Lipad! Srijesh shall not be beaten on this occasion, and it could prove to be crucial. Meghne, this is going to stay in play. It's a good block, first time around, and India can now try and just breathe again. That's come off the foot. Well, it's actually gone against India. Denier, they can come left again for Van Doren. Van Doren, that's it. A point, you feel, not enough for Belgium. They needed the 3, and they gave it a real good go towards the end. But in the end, India have been able to hold on for a point. Lipad, he'd beaten Srijesh just a few moments before that. But in the end, it's just a point for Belgium. They fought well in that second period in particular. Shane McLeod can take plenty, I'm sure, from that performance. And India, they're still within the mix, most definitely, ahead of Australia and the Netherlands taking place later on this evening after us. Belgium, many people's tips to go well in this competition. It hasn't really gone that way for them. And for India, they've bounced back now with a point after their first defeat in this year's competition yesterday. And they are well and truly in the mix for finishing in those top 2 positions and a place in the final on Sunday. So very nearly for Belgium. But in the end, a point won't be good enough. Final score here, India 1, Belgium 1.
To that one, that gets underway at 7:30. It's a top of the table clash. The Netherlands against Australia.
So what will Shane McLeod take out of that second half in particular, Bobby?
Yeah, it was a much improved performance. I think they dominated it for long periods there. He'll be pleased with that. He'll be frustrated, obviously, not to get the win, but they're a lot better in many ways. But these players, you know, they're used to winning a lot of these games, and that they've found it tough this tournament. And despite only losing 1 game with 3 draws, it really means you're struggling to get up the table.
Okay, let's go downstairs to Ashley.
Well, Srijesh, what a game you had personally. 12 penalty corners, they only got the 1 past you. That must be a little bit frustrating.
Definitely, because when we were controlling the game, we can't afford that kind of mistakes from our defense. And yeah, the last moment when the real saves required, I missed one. But still, I feel like grabbing 1 point is more important in this situation of this tournament. I think 1 more game left, and we need to play much better than this in another one.
Would that be up there with one of your best games ever, the amount of saves you made? Because they were quality saves as well.
Definitely, it's one of my best because when you are playing against this Olympic silver medalist teams, you need to give love to your team, and that's what my team is expecting from me, and that's what only thing I can offer to my team. That's it.
Well, thanks very much for that, Srijesh.
Thank you very much, brother. I hope you enjoy the game.
Oh, we did, Srijesh, no doubt about it, we did. It was wonderful, and he produced some sensational saves, as I'm sure we will see now with the highlights of what has just gone on. Plenty of opportunities for both to score. And Shane McLeod and both Harendra as well getting their points across. And this is the best of the action then. And India striking through Harmanpreet in the first half. And there was plenty of opportunities for India in that first half, but in the second half, different story. Belgium upped it, and Srijesh really was called into action on plenty of occasions. On that occasion, from Doman and from penalty corner situations. What a save that was to deny Tom Bone. They carried on, and then off the post, and still Belgium couldn't score. How on earth? It was still 1-0 at this point in the match, getting deeper and deeper into the match. Srijesh again with a fine piece of goalkeeping, and there it was off the post. But then they took it to India towards the end, Belgium, and they upped the tempo, they upped the intensity, got penalty corners, and Loic Leipert was able to finally beat Srijesh. But he would then have the final say, the goalkeeper, denying Leipert late on. That probably would have won the match. So let's have a look at the stats and facts of what has just gone before us here in Breda. 1 goal each. Belgium upping it in that second half and having the better of the opportunities. And look at the amount of circle entries as well, and penalty corners. And it was just the 1 goal they were able to claim in the end. So how does it leave the table? It's going to go into those final games, it really is. This is how it stands then. So Belgium back off the bottom after Pakistan won earlier on 3 points, and India to the top. But look how close it is, with Australia and Netherlands soon to come. Australia looking to protect that unbeaten record that they've got here. They haven't been at their best, but a sign of a quality team. When you're not at your best, you are still getting results. Harendra continues to get the message across to his team, and he can be pleased certainly with the defensive performance of his team. That was one of the main priorities coming into this tournament that they've been working on. And here we go. This is the story of the day so far. Argentina were rumbled by Pakistan earlier on by 4 goals to 1. Not many saw that coming. And in this second game, India won, Belgium won, Netherlands and Australia to come next. That's it from us. Do hope you can join us for the Netherlands against Australia next.
I know what you do when you flip your hair like that. Body language so fluent, I can read your silhouette. And I know what you're thinking when you bite your lip, I swear.